Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm Chris Bianchi, and some breaking news into us here at 9 News. Within the last 2 hours, so we've now had a confirmation that there is a man dead and a woman in critical condition after a shooting in the area of 4th and Broadway in central Denver. So again, shooting that has led to 2 people being one killed and 1 injured as a result of a shooting there that took place at around 1 p.m. earlier on this afternoon. We're going to go out to a press conference here from the Denver Police Department in just a few moments' time, but a bit more information about what we do know at this point, which is admittedly fairly limited, but there is a man, again, dead and a woman in critical condition. According to the Denver Police Department, the incident happened around 1 p.m. at somewhere around the Enterprise Rent-A-Car, which is at 4th and Broadway in central Denver. And a 9 News reporter, Courtney Yoon, who's on the scene, said that witnesses were reporting hearing 5 to 6 gunshots and saw a man running through an alley. Should mention, I haven't mentioned this yet, a man is in custody. Don't know if that's in direct relation to the shooting at this point, but I should say, if we don't know if that's the shooter, but again, a man is in custody in relation to this incident. But again, 1 dead, 1 person in critical condition, according to the Denver Police Department, and they're going to be holding a press conference here in the next few moments with a bit more information about this incident, which again took place a little less than 2 hours ago, around 1 p.m. earlier on this afternoon. Broadway is currently closed between 5th and 3rd. That would be North Broadway, so between 5th and 3rd, so that'd be in the vicinity just south of Spear, down to around 3rd Avenue. So again, at this point, what we know is admittedly fairly limited, but unfortunately 1 man is dead, another woman is in critical condition, according to the Denver Police Department, after a shooting that took place around 1 p.m. 1 person is in custody. We do not know definitively if that person was the shooter, although witnesses reported hearing 5 to 6 gunshots and saw a man running through an alley. Again, we don't know if that man is the one who was apprehended, but 1 person was indeed arrested in relation to this incident. So again, what we're going to be going out to here in just a few moments' time, looks like the Denver Police Department is setting on up for a press conference that will probably provide us with a bit more information about this breaking news. Again, 1 dead, 1 injured as a result of a shooting that took place around 1 p.m. in downtown Denver. And we're going to go out to this press conference that should be taking place in a few moments' time. But again, we'll have a bit more information about what happened there at 3rd and Broadway. Thanks again for joining us here on 9 News Plus.
We good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Excuse me.
Sorry. Okay.
Hold on. He's got an audio issue.
All right.
You can trade me spots to get closer to it.
Jen's audio is terrible.
Well, just turn off Eddie's microphone there. His is interfering with what's down.
That one?
Do
Yeah.
you want me to hold that down?
Yeah, eventually. How you turn these bad boys off? Oh, there it is.
Let me just turn mine off.
See how yours is good?
You want to hold mine for me too? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, you guys have.
Good? No, you're good. I just need to go.
Now we're ready.
We're set? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Montoya, Joemontoya. I am the Division Chief of Investigations for the Denver Police Department. I'm going to be talking, giving you a brief on this horrific incident that occurred out here today. At 1 minute after 1 o'clock, officers received a call of a shooting at 321 Broadway. They arrived shortly after and found that 2 gunshot victims in the parking lot. Both victims were transported. One of the victims has been pronounced at the hospital. The other one is in surgery. A short time later, at approximately 1:06, the suspect was spotted. He was pointed out. The officers it was brought to their attention. The suspect was the one that was responsible for the shootings. An eyewitness that witnessed the shooting was able to point him out to officers. Officers were able to get that suspect into custody. It has been transported down to the Denver Police Department. We are also looking for another individual that wasn't actually involved in the actual shooting, but is a person of interest that was with our suspect when they arrived here today. We're looking for the car that they arrived in, and we'd like any help from any citizen that spots this car that can give us a call and let us know. It's described as a silver Chrysler 200. Has some slight damage to the left front quarter panel. The plate number on it is a Colorado ALOI76. I'll repeat that, ALOI76. Any information we get to find this car would be of great help to us. Right now, there is no indication there's any connection between the victims and the suspect. We have determined that the victims were patrons of Enterprise and not employees. That pretty much is it. I'll open it up for any questions you have right now.
Some witnesses said they saw this shooter possibly throwing something out in the garbage can and running through.
Yeah, we're not going to get into too much detail on that because that is an intimate part of our investigation. But as that develops, we'll be able to put more information out on that.
Can you explain where the suspect was spotted, and is that the reason why there's such a large crime scene?
Yes, so the suspect was spotted down at the end of the block and was taken into custody on the 400 block of Broadway.
Names of the suspect?
We can't put that out right now.
Race of the suspects.
We're not going to put that out right now. We still have some identification issues we got to work
You
through.
mentioned they were at Enterprise. They were renting a car.
We do not know that. We just know they were not employees, so I don't want to speculate on what they were doing there, but they were not employees of but they were shot in the parking lot at Enterprise.
Do you mention they don't know each other, no? With the
There's no indication that they knew each other.
So suspects didn't work there, victims were customers?
We're assuming they were not employees, so they were in the lot. The assumption at this point is they were customers, and the suspect had no connection to Enterprise whatsoever.
The people over here, Duncan mentioned that a gentleman was pacing back and forth for like 15 minutes before he walked over to the Enterprise. Have you guys identified that person?
We have not. We're still sifting through several witnesses and looking for any type of video evidence on the block that we can look at and determine if there's any connection to that.
Do you understand maybe why Enterprise was the target?
We do not at this point.
There is an employee of Enterprise who said his boss maybe had a gun to his head, but he's okay. Is there anyone else injured?
No one else was injured. just the two.
Any reasons for the altercation?
Not at this point. We don't have a motive right now.
Did the suspect go in the building at all?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know that much about that part of the investigation yet to give you an honest answer on that.
Brittany, you said this, but was the suspect seen walking out and then spotted like on the sidewalk or something?
The suspect was spotted as he left the lot. I don't know which direction. I can't really get into that right now.
He was pointed out by someone who witnessed it.
Yes.
When you apprehended the suspect, did you apprehend the weapon with him? Was it on the suspect?
We believe that we have the weapon that was responsible.
But you said that the victims and the suspects may have had no connection. Should there be a worry for the second person of interest?
I'm never going to rule that out. We know that person was not involved in this shooting, but they were together at some point. We have no idea whether or not they're armed or whether they're a danger to the community, so we want to get this person contacted as soon as possible.
Do you have any description of what that person
A female at this point, as we're getting some information. It's a female. If we get a race, I'll be able to share that with you shortly after. But
And you said Chrysler 200 or 300?
200.
Can you repeat the number of
The plate?
The plate?
Yeah, it's ALOI76.
And again, the vehicle description, please.
Chrysler 200, silver in color, has slight damage over the left front quarter panel.
What type of weapon was it?
I do not know that at this point.
How long are you going to have this? Is Friday night. People trying to get out of downtown. How long are you going to have Broadway closed?
As long as it takes us to process the scene, so I can't even speculate on that right now.
Did anyone see any kind of altercation, anything happening in the parking lot before the shooting happened?
Not that's been brought to our attention, but again, we have a lot of witnesses to talk to with the apartments and everybody around here. I'm sure there's going to be other people that come forward and that saw some part of this.
Was that Chrysler that they're in, is that a car that was through Enterprise, a rental car?
No, it's not.
There was the shooting at Soul Tribe not too long ago. I live around here. I've seen some wild stuff just on Broadway. Random people. Can you speak? Is there an issue broadly with this area in town that you guys are dealing with?
I would not say that so much, just in general. As you know, it's no secret that gun violence is up throughout the metro area. I don't know that it's specific to one specific area. It's really a sad time right now that there's so much violence going on with involving weapons. So I don't want to indicate that anything in connection with Broadway. And it's just I know that too was a extremely terrible incident. So our hearts go out to the families, and our hearts go out to this community.
You think they're trying to steal a car or get money from Enterprise?
We do not know yet. We have no motive at this point. As we work through this investigation, we'll have better indication of why this happened.
The people renting, are they here from Denver area?
I do not have that information right now.
See how many shots were fired?
Not at this time, no.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, thank you.
Chief, another question. The suspect was found inside a car or just
No, on foot. On foot.